Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day and welcome back to another English lesson here on the channel. Today I have a B-2 read and repeat English lesson. Now, I am going to do today's lesson at an intermediate level speed, so I'm going to speak just a little bit faster than I normally would for my beginners. If you would like some of my beginner lessons, be sure to check out the playlist down in the description on today. So I hope you're ready for a little bit of learning and laughter. Let me remind you that I will have a quiz of today's story to test your comprehension, as well as I don't want you to forget to check out my Parlay with Jay lessons. There's a QR code here, or you can go down in the description and watch those lessons where I have a different topic that I read to you about, vocabulary words that we study, and we have a good time in some quick lessons on that channel. Okay, let's dive into today's story. Romero against his wife's explicit wishes decided to go behind her back and purchase a motorcycle. Let's read and repeat and then I will explain. Romero, against his wife's explicit wishes, decided to go behind her back and purchase a motorcycle. Okay, so explicit. The E is silent, explicit. Now, this word has a few meanings. It can mean adult content, like this movie has some explicit scenes, so it may show nudity or adult scenes, but explicit in this sentence means direct. Okay, so Romero's wife gave him explicit directions, or she expressed her explicit wishes. Okay, direct. It was straightforward. He could not misunderstand what she said. Okay, now notice Romero went behind her back. Okay, now this chair is behind my back. You see my painting on this side? This is my new painting that I did earlier this week. Testing out and just trying something different. Instead of watching television, I made a painting. Let me know what you guys think. It's my first abstract painting and it is behind my back. But when you go behind someone's back, you do something that they don't know about. Okay? Or you may, how do we say it? You sneak around. You do something without someone else noticing. Okay? So Romero is probably in some trouble. He went behind his wife's back and bought a major purchase. Okay? Anytime you purchase a vehicle, that's considered a major purchase. So it probably cost him thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Let's find out what happened. With a sense of exhilaration, okay, excitement. He was like, woo, I got me a motorcycle. Let's ride. Woo, it's a pretty day outside. Exhilaration. He hit the road, speeding and weaving in and out of lanes, feeling invincible. Okay, let's read and repeat. With a sense of exhilaration. He hit the road, speeding and weaving. Speeding and weaving. In and out of lanes. Feeling invincible. So notice the phrase, he hit the road. So of course you can literally hit the road with your hand, but to hit the road means to travel. Okay, it's time to hit the road, guys. Or have you seen Jay? No, he hit the road 10 minutes ago. Okay, so to hit the road means to leave, to travel, or to go somewhere. Weaving in and out of lanes. Okay, so when you weave, you go this way, to the left, to the right. Have you ever seen someone on a motorcycle? They're going down the highway. I mean, they're weaving, making they're moving like this, in and out of lanes. Very dangerous. And here outside of Atlanta on Interstate 20, you have people on motorcycles weaving in and out all of the time. And notice he was feeling invincible, as if nothing could happen to him. Nothing could go wrong. He could not get hurt. And let me tell you, this story was inspired. I put it together recently. I had a friend of mine, and I may have mentioned it in one of my other videos, but a friend of mine came to church and he said that he witnessed his best friend lose his life in a motorcycle accident. They were behind him while he was on the motorcycle, and he was trying to pass a car and another car was coming, and he swerved to miss the car, and he ended up hitting a telephone pole. And this is what's sad. He was only 23 years old. Yeah, so that was very unfortunate, but it inspired me to write this story to teach you guys some English, okay? All right, let's continue. However, his recklessness soon caught up with him as he lost control of the motorcycle and crashed. Whew. Let's read and repeat. However, his recklessness, carelessness, doing things without thinking, doing things that are hazardous or dangerous, recklessness soon caught up with him as he lost control of the motorcycle and crashed. Excellent. Now, I know this is going to be a little bit of a little bit explicit, okay? But the kid came to me telling me about his friend, and I said, stop it. That's just horrendous. Because as soon as he told me that his friend died in an accident and he got to explaining how he was on a motorcycle, I cringed because I knew this was going to be horrific. And what really touched me is that he saw it all himself. His friend saw it. And he said he tried to go and help him. He said his foot was wrapped around his head all the way around. And he tried to move it, and he couldn't stop the bleeding. And he passed right there with his friend at the telephone pole. So if you are a motorcycle rider, please, please don't be reckless, okay? Let's see what happened. Of course, you know me, guys. I put a little humor with my story, so it's not going to end like that. Okay. Thankfully, the accident wasn't fatal, but Romero ended up with a broken leg, ribs, and wrist, requiring an extensive 8-week rehabilitation period. Okay, that's a long sentence. I told you it was going to be intermediate. Let's read and repeat. Thankfully, the accident wasn't fatal. In other words, no one lost their life. But Romero ended up with a broken leg, ribs, and wrist, requiring an extensive 8-week rehabilitation period. 8-week rehabilitation period. Okay, so rehabilitation, it's a time where someone has to get well. Okay, so you may say, Jay was stung by a bee last month, but his rehabilitation wasn't long. So it didn't take me long to get back to functioning properly. Now, Romero had to endure 8 weeks of rehab. That's one way we say rehabilitation. In short form, we say rehab. Okay? Realizing the gravity of his actions and the pain he had caused, Romero sincerely apologized to his wife, acknowledging his foolishness. Let's read and repeat. Realizing the gravity of his actions. Now, when you say the gravity of actions or someone's actions, you are describing that someone realizes the seriousness, okay, how crucial something was or how important something was. So the gravity of his actions, his wife said, don't buy the motorcycle, don't get a motorcycle. He went behind her back. He got the motorcycle, then drove recklessly, and he wasn't thinking. The gravity of his actions, it was very serious, okay? And the pain he had caused, Romero sincerely apologized to his wife, acknowledging his foolishness. Oh, could you imagine him in a cast, wrist broken, ribs hurting? Baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Look at me, baby. I'm sorry. Can you scratch my leg? Could you imagine now that he's hurt and he's reminiscing or thinking about what he did? Oh, the pain he caused. Sometimes in life, we do some things without thinking and we don't realize how it hurts others. I was talking to some young people that I mentor earlier this week, and we were talking about depression, and I was telling them, I said, look, no matter how challenging life gets, one thing you should never consider is taking your own life. I said, life can be tough, but it's not that tough. I said, because sometimes when you actually think you're just hurting yourself, you're actually hurting other people. And so Romero didn't consider how he put, or the position he put his wife in. He was just being selfish or thinking about himself, which sometimes we all do. Now, watch this. Watch what happens. In an unexpected turn of events. So that means something happened that no one thought would happen. In an unexpected turn of events. So, for instance, Jay was recording an English lesson, and in an unexpected turn of events, an elephant walked behind him. Okay, you wouldn't expect an elephant to walk behind me. Okay. His wife, determined to teach him a lesson, decided to retaliate by going behind his back. Boy, this is low down. And indulging in a shopping spree using their credit card. Ooh. Now, she was wrong for that. She was wrong for that. That's what you call vindictive. Okay? When you want to get back at someone, as we say, an eye for an eye, or skin for skin. You do me wrong, I'm going to do you wrong. So, oh my goodness, that was low down. So she said, I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to get the credit card, or I'm going behind your back and do something you won't like. Oh, let's read and repeat. In an unexpected turn of events. Can you say that? In an unexpected turn of events, his wife determined to teach him a lesson, decided to retaliate or get even, retaliate by going behind his back. Poor Romero. And indulging in a shopping spree using their credit card. Okay? So to indulge, to do something and enjoy. Okay? Indulge. To take part of something and to find pleasure in it. To indulge. Okay? With a sly smile on her face. Romero found himself unable to utter a word, realizing the irony of the situation. Okay? Let's read and repeat. With a sly smile on her face, Romero found himself unable to utter a word, realizing the irony of the situation. Excellent. The irony. Okay, so how do I describe the irony? That's the irony. Okay. The best way I can describe irony is by saying, you know what? I can't believe this is happening. Why can't you? Because it happened to you. So that's irony. Let me give you a better word to describe irony. Let's see. The expression of one's meaning. Typically yeah, I think I explained it right. Yeah, so you can't believe that something is happening. It's kind of like on TikTok, I see these videos of people that are getting married. They've been engaged for some time and one of them cheats on the other. And so they wait until the ceremony to get back or to retaliate to the person that hurt them. And so they expose that they cheated to everyone at the ceremony, which I think is cold-blooded, which is dirty, but hey, you reap what you sow. Okay, let's read through today's story at a faster pace and conclude with a few quiz questions. Romero, against his wife's explicit wishes, decided to go behind her back and purchase a motorcycle. With a sense of exhilaration, he hit the road, speeding and weaving in and out of lanes, feeling invincible. However, his recklessness soon caught up with him as he lost control of the motorcycle and crashed. Thankfully, the accident wasn't fatal, but Romero ended up with a broken leg, ribs, and wrist, requiring an extensive 8-week rehabilitation period. Realizing the gravity of his actions and the pain he had caused, Romero sincerely apologized to his wife, acknowledging his foolishness. In an unexpected turn of events, his wife, determined to teach him a lesson, decided to retaliate by going behind his back and indulging in a shopping spree using their credit card. With a sly smile on her face, Romero found himself unable to utter a word, realizing the irony of the situation. All right, let's face and deal with a few quiz questions. What does the gravity of actions mean? I explained that. Do you remember? Let me know down in the comments section. Number 2, what does explicit mean? Can you define explicit? And number 3, how do you think Romero felt when he saw his wife smiling after using the credit card for shopping? Okay. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today on today's lesson. I taught you several vocabulary words, phrases, and I've really enjoyed myself. If today's lesson has helped you, one way you can show your thanks is by sharing it with a friend that is also trying to learn English. Well, with that being said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and be sure to catch my next podcast episode this weekend. My name is Jay. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you later.